everybody. Welcome to Petra's Happy Place. Today I've got a lot to talk to you about. So I hope you will grab yourself a cup of whatever. I'm not going to judge. Just grab yourself a cup of whatever, or maybe not, whatever you have time for. And let's talk a little bit, okay? So I got back late last night from a wonderful trip with Mr. Happy. Was amazing. Every aspect of about the whole trip was just amazing, which is in itself a miracle. Yeah, it really is because Mr. Happy and I have been together now for 6 years, and our trips have been riddled with issues. In fact, our entire marriage has been riddled with issues. We're not going to go, but that's a video for another time. But suffice it to say that this one was just very special. It was very special. It just stood out because from the minute we left home to the time we got back, there were a couple little where we got on each other's nerves, but the majority of the time it was just lovely. Just lovely. No complaints. So before I left on the trip, I ended up making a little cowl. It's just, I don't even know what I did. Just like a window pane, single crochet, double, chain one, skip one, double crochet. And then the next one, it's using that big yarn. Anyway, I'm not even what I made it with. I just whipped it up real quick. I made it like in about an hour, but I wanted something to wear. I had bought a couple of these little long sleeve shirts, and I had wanted to, I think this is what I want to make as my signature, if you will. I love cowls, I love scarves, and I love wraps. And I think that I'm going to have it like as a signature. I don't know. I'm thinking I might, like Crystal from Bag of Day likes wearing the hats, and I love wearing the cowls, so I just might do that. Anyway, I made this before I left because I bought a pink and a gray long sleeve shirt, and it matched both of them, so I got to wear that. That was fun. And on the trip, I made this using the Yarn Bee. Oh goodness, now I can't remember the name of it, and I don't have it with me. I don't think. Nope. Maybe. Oh yeah, it is Katarina. Let me tell you the colorway I used, and I didn't even use one skein of it to make this cowl. It is the Katarina Aztec Blanket. Aztec Blanket is the colorway, and it is 100% acrylic, number 3 weight, 295 yards, and so I probably used about 200 yards maybe. So it's nice. I used a 6mm hook with it, and it turned out really nice. I used half double crochet in the back loop, and then for the other 2 rows I learned a new stitch, and I don't even remember what the name of it is called, but Ophelia Talks on her latest blanket crochet along has a 2-row double crochet 2 together, something like that. I don't know. Anyway, that's what I used on the other one. So it turned out really pretty. It has all the colors that I just love for the autumn. Isn't that gorgeous? And it matches my other top that I got. Real pretty. I like it. I like it. So, during my trip, and when I'm talking about trip, I'm talking about in the car, I really buckled down, and I am almost caught up to my to where I'm supposed to be. I think I only have 6 more rows to go of my crochet along blanket. And this is the Ophelia Talks. I messed up a little bit right here, but I don't think once I get the the border on it, I don't think it's going to be all that noticeable. Because I changed, see what happened is I had to do a different size hook for these two, and I think I messed up. And I missed a stitch, but oh well. I'm not worried about it. It's still going to be pretty because I love the colors. I love the colors. And it's called Autumn Walk Crochet Along, and it's using Stylecraft yarn. All right. Most of you, or I hope you have anyway, have seen my little tour of a lovely little yarn shop that I went to that I found. And I found it online, and they do have an online, you know, they have a website. And here is the card in case anybody would like to, oh, here. And then I'm going to bring it closer so you can catch the website. It's called, called House of Yarn, HAUSOFYARN.com. And it's in Nashville. And so any of you that are in that area, yay! Lucky you! Lucky you! Well, that is if you like those little, what do you call them? LYS, little yarn shop, little yarn store. Anyway, I love it. I love it. You know, I'm noticing that when I wear these glasses and I'm looking at the camera, you can't even see my eyes. Whoa. Boy, that's different. I'm so silly. So silly. Have a cup of coffee. This is my second one today, and it's already gotten cold. I might have to have a third. Okay, so let's get back to this little yarn shop. It was no little to me. I know they say it's a little yarn store, but it is not. It is a big yarn store. For all that it has, it's a big yarn store. Now, it was very interesting that I just happened the day before, or maybe it was the morning I left, I watched Happy Crafty Homemaker, Miss Carrie Penny herself, did a little review, and it started off as a review of the Hobby Lobby yarn, the new yarn that they have in the hand-dyed section, and it's wool, and I happen to love it. This is that is one of the yarns I am using to make this pretty little top. And by the way, I have done a little bit on this middle section for those of you that are following my journey. But this is the yarn that she was talking about. It's called Authentic, and it's called hand-dyed tonal, and the colorway that I got was Chestnut Ember, and it is this beautiful, beautiful color. I'm just in love with this color. Yeah. Oh. Hello. Hello. Isn't that just beautiful? Oh, that would go perfectly with this top. Okay, guys, my taste in colors and loves is just running amok. Yeah, I mean, it's just woohoo all over the place, because first it's purples, then it's blues, then it's teals, then it's greens, then it's whatever. Okay, I love it all. It's yarn. Yee! I hope that doesn't turn out to be my thumbnail. That would be really embarrassing. Anyway, I had to go back and watch a little bit of Carrie Penny's review of that yarn, because she talked way more than just that yarn. She started talking about hand-dyed yarn in general, and little yarn shops compared to big box stores. And that is one of my favorite videos that I've ever watched on YouTube. I have to tell you, it really is. Carrie, you did a wonderful and marvelous job on it. I love it. I will try to remember to link her video or her channel below. Don't just watch that video. She's got bunches and bunches and bunches of videos. Anyway, she brought up this topic of little yarn stores, and this was before I even went down to Nashville. So when I got to this store, I felt completely overwhelmed. You guys, it's like going, you know, like always dreaming of going to a foreign place, like a, say, maybe like if you always wanted to go to Ireland, and all of a sudden you win a trip to Ireland, and you go to Ireland and you're just like overwhelmed. What do you do first? Where do you go first? What do you see? What are some good locations you have to make sure that you go visit? You know, I mean, it's like total overwhelm, right? So I walk into this shop, and it was not just sensory overload, but I have to say it was very emotional for me. And I know that sounds silly. I want to start tearing up just thinking about it, but it just made me very calm, happy, elated, excited. All of these emotions were just like bombarding me. Yeah, and on top of that, they were playing amazing music. Amazing music. In fact, I don't know if y'all have noticed, but there are no ads on that particular video, and I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen to that particular video, but apparently there's a lot of music on it. I mean, I couldn't help it. And I mean, I could go back and redo it if I knew how to edit. But I'm not editing anything yet, so I might have to go back and take that video down and redo it because it's copyright music in the background and it's pretty loud. But I love the music. Classic 80s music. Oh, that's my era. Anyway, I digress. So I went back this morning and I watched part of the video that I did because I just wanted to like have it fresh in my head, you know, some of the yarns that I saw, and I'm already thinking, okay, I got to contact them and tell them I want them to ship me this one and this one and this one because I forgot to get it. But I did buy some lovelies, and I wanted to share them with you. And I know I'm going to digress a lot, but I wanted to just basically preface this by saying I know this is not for everybody. I totally understand. And if I can share with you just a little bit of what's out there, and I know not everybody can afford it, not everybody can get out, not everybody can enjoy it because a lot of people have allergies to either the dyes or the wools or the natural fibers, whatever they might be. And I'm not judging anybody. I really am not. I'm not saying that. I'm just talking about for me, okay? And since this is my channel, I can do that, right? I can share that I love these yarns. It doesn't mean I don't love any other yarns. It just means that these happen to be some of my favorite yarns right now. So, went back to rewatch, and of course you guys know I had to pick up this one. Now, I went ahead and caked everything while I was there. And, guys, that thing that... I don't know what I'm thinking about. Spindle. That thing that I showed, I'm going, I think that's a spindle. I don't know. I don't know. Spindles for nothing, you know. I'm so whatever. But it's actually a Swift. That big old thing that looked funny, that looked like a pulley system. That was a Swift. $225 for that Swift. And I'm telling you what, if I bought a lot of a lot of hanked yarns, I would pick that one up. In fact, there were several of them there, and I was eyeballing it and thinking, that looks lovely. That would look beautiful. I mean, it's a beautiful piece of decor. Anyway, so the first yarn I showed you guys was this Malabrigo Arroyo. Isn't that the most lovely, luscious yarn? Those colors screamed at me when I was there. That it said, this is what it said: Petra, I want you to get me. I want you to get me because it looks beautiful. Look, it goes with everything. In fact, this top right here is why I got this yarn, because I saw this top and I went, this is not normally a color that I would wear, but it screams fall. It screams autumn, and it's got all the colors in it. It's got roses and lavenders and light blues and browns and rusts, and oh, it's just gorgeous and soft. So I don't know Malabrigo from nothing. This is the first time I'd ever seen Malabrigo. I mean, I'd heard of it, but I didn't know what it was. I didn't know. I'm a newbie. So Malabrigo Arroyo, I guess that's the line, I guess. It is pure superwash merino wool, 335 yards, made in Peru, 100 grams. And this particular hank of yarn was $20. Now, I don't know if that's a good price or not, but hey, I'm in a yarn shop, and this is gorgeous. I mean, it is one of the most beautiful colorways I think I've ever seen. So I had to, and it was calling my name, hello, so I had to get it. But anyway, I am going to make a cowl. It is a cowl for me. Now, this one I made, and it is soft, beautiful, and I'm going to make a hat to go with, and I'm probably going to gift this set to somebody because it's gorgeous. But I want to do one for me in this colorway. Now, I don't believe it's going to be enough yarn to actually make a hat and a cowl, even though it looks to be about a 3 weight to me. But I'm going to make a beautiful cowl with this, and this is going to get gifted. So anyway, I caked up all of the hanks that I had gotten. Now, right across from where this was, on the other side, they had these little bags like this, okay, and they were called Silk Packa Spring Kerchief Kit. It was so cute, and they had 2 different colorways. They had this one that I got, and then they had a red and orange colorway. But I was going to get the red and orange, but since I had already picked up this one, I went ahead and got this colorway. Now, I have to tell you, because this is the reason why I got it. Okay, this is the colorway. Oh, look at that. This is solid deep purple, and then this one it's a blend of different colors, purples and blues and periwinkles. It's so pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay, so let me tell you what it is. Oops. Okay. So it is, oh, it's another Malabrigo. Wouldn't you know it? Okay, this is called Baby Silk Packa Lace. 420 yards. Now that's 420 yards of this, and I believe 420 yards of this. This is 70% baby alpaca and 30% silk. And it is fine, super fine, super fine. I mean, it is, to me, it's thinner than, it's about the same weight or thickness, I think, of the number 10 crochet thread. That's what I think it is. And it came with a little notice in here that said, yarn management tip. When working with a single color, you'll pull from the inside and outside of the wound skein. That's what came with it. So I guess if you use inside and outside, it will pull, and of course that will be then not 420 but 210 yards. But that will make a lace weight, which would be a number 3 or close to a number 1 superfine. Something like that. So, okay, but guys, alpaca silk yarn. Alpaca and silk. Like I said, this little store, if you wanted, and I said this in the video that I taped, if you wanted to just try out yarns, I mean, just to try different fibers, this would be like a yarn heaven for you, because you could try, what does an alpaca feel like? They had some 100% alpaca. I showed that in that one video. It was soft as all get out. I mean, it was gorgeous. I mean, I wish I could have gotten one of everything. You know, one just to try the different fibers. There was some that had yak in it. I had never had yak yarn. Never felt yak yarn. You know, it was just beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so this dark purple here was also Malabrigo. From the Baby Silk Packa Lace, same stats. Now, these two together was $25.50, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, $25.50. I don't think you can see that, but it's kind of neat. They had these stickers on everything, you know, so that you could, I don't know. Anyway, it had the price on it instead of messing up the actual sticker, you know, the actual tag on the... Okay, so now I got silk alpaca, and I got the 100% fine superwash merino wool. And then, I don't even remember which wall I got these on, but look at that. I got 2 of these. 2. And this is, oh, I hate to take this out because, okay. So this is from Barocco, and it is Ultra Alpaca. And I could tell from it's covered up with the sticker, but it does say it on the actual price sticker. And you can see it's $13. It was $13 the hank. And this is 50% super fine alpaca, and then 50% Peruvian wool. It's considered a number 4 weight. And again, soft as all get out. Now, each one has 219 yards. So, 440, about 440 yards. I'm not sure what I'm going to make with it. but it is soft. If I would have had the money, I probably should have gone ahead and gotten 2 more of these. That would have made a pretty sweater. I think that would have been enough for even just a short sleeve pullover type sweater. But that color is gorgeous. It's called a garnet mix. You can see it has some deep purples, garnet. Oh, it's just pretty. Now, it kind of reminded me, in the colorway, it kind of reminded me a little bit of a yarn that I had gotten from Knit Crate. But the Knit Crate was just superwash merino, and it was, I believe it was chain spun, and it was not, this is just spun. It's not chain spun. It's just, let me hold it up. It's just twisted. And it's tightly twisted. So, guys, I am super tinkled. Super tickled pink. That was a slip of the tongue. Oi. So, anyway, yeah, what a wonderful experience that was. Oh, it was, and the ladies there that worked there were so lovely and informative. Now, here's the thing. I want to go back. I want to go back. And I do have another day off coming here in a couple weeks. I would like to go back again in 2 weeks, the first Saturday of November. For any of you within, I would say, a 2.5, 3 mile radius of Nashville, if you want to come join me, I would love to do a meetup there. Now, we cannot actually get together there and sit and talk because of COVID stuff, okay? But I have a plan. So if any of you do want to have a meetup there, we could meet there and then, you know, do some shopping, you know, find like one or two special things that you think, oh, I am going to have to get this. Not saying that I'm a pro at that place at all, but, you know, if you're a knitter, this place is knitter friendly, okay? They have an entire wall of just different kinds of knitting needles. I mean, circular, they have, like I said, double pointed. They had this, just the straight needles, all different sizes, different names. Oh my word. I mean, I was in overload. That is definitely a place I would go if I wanted to learn how to knit, for sure. Now, I am also going to try to leave a link to the actual yarn store, House of Yarn, because they have a table set up in front for, it's interesting because when I mention crochet, that I crochet, the first thing the proprietor thought of was amigurumi. And I'm like, okay, I don't even do amigurumi. But they have a, now it escapes me, but apparently there is a company that puts out a free pattern once a month, and it's going to start next month, and this particular shop is selling the yarns, and she was getting together all the little tiny skeins of yarn and putting them together in a packet to sell, to go along with that that crochet along. And so I will try to look that up and leave the link in the description box below this channel so that you can hop over to their website and find out all about that. She said the patterns are free. You just have to download them from that particular, not the House of Yarn, but the company that's sponsoring this. you can buy or get the patterns from them, and then you can shop for the yarns at House of Yarns. And they ship, okay? They are an online store, so anything you find online, they will ship to you. I did not ask about international shipping. I apologize for that, but they do ship. Yay! Anyway, I think I've prattled on long enough talking about all my yarn escapades. Oh, I'm just looking at my beautiful yarns, and I'm afraid, in a way, I'm afraid to use them. But I'm excited about it at the same time. So, yeah. What do you think? What do you think I should make with these? It's very, very thin yarn, and it does say like what did it say? A head scarf? You know, like maybe one of those scarves to go around the head, or maybe, oh, maybe it would make a really pretty snood. Maybe. You know, I keep saying I'm gonna make those, and I started one, I haven't finished it. Maybe that would make that would be so pretty. Okay, guys, I'm gonna pop off here and start loading this one up so that I can start another one. I'm so excited, glad to be home. If you want to join me in a meetup, and if you want to do something like that, please email me, okay, at petrashappyplace.com, and I will leave that in the description box below as well. You guys have a great day, and I look forward to finding new yarns in the near future to share with you. Can't wait. Talk to you later. Bye.